Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Saturday, July 10th, 6:07 a.m. here in the Arizona desert, where it might even rain today again. Looks like we're actually going to get a monsoon season this year, possibly, and that would be great because Arizona is more dried up than a potato chip. All right, a video by Crypto Love out this morning. It is wonderful. He gets into SHIB and Shibaswap, and I think it has great value. SHIB is a new out there in the game, a meme token, but it's a meme token that actually rose up very quickly on CoinMarketCap, and now it's got a decentralized exchange which uses it as a token, and he breaks it down, and I'm really glad he did the work of figuring it out, and then lays it out in just 7 minutes. And I do think that SHIB very well could be, as far as an alt, a powerful aspect of the peaceful revolution in crypto, and also something that could make you insane money if you so like that kind of thing. Not financial advice, entertainment purposes only, but SHIB, worth keeping your eye on. And also, we will note just right now as we get started, this is a 4-hour chart for SHIB. I mean, as Bitcoin has been very, very volatile, it has in general stayed above the 200 moving average, and even right now in the 4-hour chart, it has been hovering above the 200 moving average. Looks like, looking at these indicators, it probably will find support there, and if Bitcoin makes a move up, well, so will it. It's an alt trade that I'm looking at hedging into a bit more, especially here on the 45-minute chart, when right about 850 sats, if we can break this 200 moving average, come down, find support, or just rock through it. If the indicators look good, I mean, I'm kind of looking at this right now, and I think, if Bitcoin turns up, so will SHIB. And so I'm interested, because I do think that as a short-term and possibly mid-term alt trade against USDT, and you could do it against BTC if you have that kind of courage, it may be a real powerful play. So anyway, with that said, let's keep rocking. Elizabeth Warren, this is her legislation that she's putting forth, that she's recommending, and I would just say be careful. I don't want to belabor this because I've done it in the past enough, but just realize that fiat currency, the dollar, is backed by violence, and Elizabeth Warren is a long-time globalist gangster. And watch out. Take these things seriously. Don't just think that Bitcoin is somehow, and crypto in general, is invulnerable to this kind of stuff. All right, just be watchful. It's one of the reasons why, as it's trading sideways right now between 30 and 40K, I'm hedged out a bit, because I'll get back in as we get a confirmed uptrend. But also, I'm just pointing this out, that the FUD, look, just be watchful at this time. I have, in the last 10 years, I mean, well, I've been in Bitcoin about 5, 6 years, and I've never really ever taken regulatory issues, etc., seriously until Little Miss Warren came along and what she's doing now, because I know her track record, especially if you're especially if you are a Second Amendment advocate. This lady is just a piece of work, and be watchful, because one of the empire's most hardcore henchmen is on the job here. So take this seriously, and if you don't, just I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, Coin 360, a mix of green and red in the market, but mostly red. All right, looking at spot exchange volume last 24 hours, 11 billion 7. That ain't nothing. Down 6.51 last 24 hours. Really, to see a nice positive market, gains in alts, probably gains in Bitcoin, I'd like to see at least 30, 40, or maybe even 50 billion of volume on Binance. Okay, and we're not seeing that, so volume going into this weekend is really, 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 really low. It's crappy. Futures volume 44 billion. Like to see that about at least like 60 or 70 billion to consider it kind of a healthy futures market right now on Binance. And of course, right now it's only at 44 billion, 6.51% down last 24 hours. So volume going into this weekend is pure potty so far. Bitcoin trading volume explicitly, 2.4 billion. You've got to be kidding. 1.4 billion of that on Binance. There is no volume whatsoever as far as retail for Bitcoin right now. All right, looking at the 4-hour chart, this is the Bitcoin price action here, and then of course this red one, this red line, is shorts, and the green one is longs, and basically as you can see, shorts have been cranking up recently. I think that the whales are defending that 30 to 40K range, and if we look at this here, for about 2 days and 20 hours, they've been cranking those shorts up, and as you can tell, Bitcoin's price action is, I would say, reflecting that. All right, looking at the daily chart for Bitcoin, we're still riding that 314 moving average. This is the 314 right here, this blue one. White one is the 200 moving average. So anyway, we'll see if we get a bounce off this 314. We still have this long-term bullish divergence, as many think of it as on the RSI here. I like that. When we break above that, I definitely think that's when the whales may be letting us go. That's something Willy Woo brought forth, and I noticed his tweet about it when I noticed it, and I think this does make sense. So we're watching that. Daily MACD is trending towards the positive right now. I do like seeing that. So daily chart, it's good to go. I wish we were riding the 200 rather than the 314. Watch out. Just be watchful because we are in a volatile time right now, and as we know, shorts are cranking up. So low volume weekend, shorts cranking up. Be watchful. All right, 45-minute chart. Basically, this just shows how we've been bouncing above and below it, and overall indicators are picking up this morning as Bitcoin once again challenges the 200 moving average. Let's zoom in a little bit closer on that. Okay, so Bitcoin did recently break to the 314 and the 200 moving average, getting it a blue diamond merit badge. Okay, Madrid ribbons are all green. That's nice to see. It's working on getting above that 200 moving average. Now, I'm just going to say that I don't think it will unless we see some volume, some spot trading volume on Binance, and we see some Bitcoin explicitly trading volume. We're just not seeing it. The indicators in general are trending towards a move up here. So indicators are looking pretty positive for Bitcoin. Like to see the ADX get at least about 2023. It's at 17 right now. The actual index is in the green. Squeeze indicator is going in the right direction. KRI is good to go. Stochastic RSI looks nice. Wave trend oscillated by Lazy Bear is in a sweet spot. So indicators are saying, boom, let's make this happen. But without volume, getting above this 45-minute 200 moving average might be a bit of a challenge. Watch out, because just like yesterday, the 200 moving average might show that it's the boss. So don't be surprised if we see some dumping on Bitcoin if it challenges this 200 moving average. If it does get above it, wonderful. I'm digging that. But until we see the volume, it probably won't stay there. So I'm not doing any longs right now, nor am I really shorting. I just consider this a very indecisive chart, and most likely the 200 moving average is going to prove resistance that smacks Bitcoin down once again this weekend. All right, Ethereum versus USDT. It's below the 200 moving average and the 314 moving average. It's in general just not doing much. So, well, you almost could see possibly, we have a slight uptrend going here? Maybe. Anyway, I think Ethereum's kind of out of the running right now until Bitcoin gets above that 200 moving average, unless Ethereum pumps for some reason on its own. Ethereum versus BTC was doing great against BTC, broke below the 200 moving average and the 314 moving average. Indicators show maybe it's turning up. It is far from a healthy chart right now. All right, ADA versus USDT, down below the 200 moving average, going sideways. Chart looks to be turning up, but like I say, the recent volatility in Bitcoin has just hammered the alts. So XRP versus USDT, it's been working its way up to that 200 moving average, but it lost it. Madrid ribbons are red. Chart does show a possibility of an uptrend. I am noticing a lot of alts have this dismal chart right now, this short-term, price action 45-minute chart, but they are slightly turning up. It's all about, will Bitcoin break that 200 moving average? And if it does, boom, I think we're good to go. We need to see some volume. Right now, the weekend is flaccid volume-wise. Then again, if you're a dip buyer, we're in one. Not financial advice, entertainment purposes only, as always. All right, Doge versus USDT. It's nice that it's been kind of pushing that 200 moving average a little bit. Right now, the mid ribbons are red. Indicators look to be a slight turnoff, but like I say, just be careful on trades like this because it will find resistance to that 200 moving average most likely. And I'm waiting for something to break through and look strong before I do any alt trades. At the moment, right now, really, uh, a nice trade for me that I like is Bitcoin. If we get above this 200 moving average, bounce, do the 200 moving average, come down, find support, keep moving up, volume cranks up, Bitcoin versus USDT. That's personally going to be my alt trade, or well, actually not alt trade, but my trade because it's Bitcoin. If this weekend gets moving, and of course also with ETH versus USDT, if it can break above the 200 moving average and get some strong support, some volume, then I might even hop in there. The reasons I like trading them right now is I know for certain, at least in my little heart, that if I happen to blow it and it goes the wrong way, I'm just stuck in Bitcoin and ETH at a loss until they turn up, and they will. To me, they're kind of safe bets right now. I'm conservatively trading, swing trading on BTC and Ethereum. I'm going to say Doge. It's got to get above that 200 moving average. Shiba Inu, it's below the 200 moving average. Now, ultimately, if you look at the video by Crypto Love, I mean, it makes a great case for SHIB, and Shibaswap is now live, I do believe. This is wonderful. I mean, if you look at SHIB in the past, let's look at a daily chart here. I mean, it has been up to like 5,000 sats before. I mean, that is remarkable. So if you are a dip buyer, I mean, do note that on the 4-hour chart, we have come down to the 200 moving average and we're cruising sideways. And this chart does look to be turning up slightly. Looking at the squeeze oscillator, directional index is in the red. That's not very good. ADX is too low. And KRI is in the red. Stochastic RSI is turning up. Lazy bear wave trend oscillator is like, nah, this is not good. Anyway, I mean, we're definitely looking at a crushed coin right now, like so many alts are. But if it can find support and bounce off this 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart, that might be a nice move if you're looking a little bit, mid to, midterm. If you're looking at getting in SHIB and staying there a couple weeks. Anyway, with that said, looking at SHIB again on the 4-hour on the 45-minute chart, we're below the 200 moving average. I might just put a, what I might do actually. Let's look at a 15-minute chart because I do think with news and such, SHIB could be a something that really starts moving. So I'm going to look at the 15-minute chart here, and I'm going to put a alert in for a 200 moving average cross. And when that happens, I'll check it out and start looking at it closer. Because anyway, I know this is not really TA. This is conjecture, but I think Crypto Love makes a good case, and I think SHIB definitely is a popular coin. So I'm watching this weekend. I'm going to be continuing to watch it for a possible, some serious gains going on there. The Shibaswap is really being utilized, and people are staking, etc. It's something's happening there. And with that said, imagine a Dogecoin that actually did something. That's SHIB. It's wonderful. So I'll be watching it, and if it starts to really move, starts looking positive, I will put out a video and just let you know, say, hey, check it out. And so, like the video, click the little bell, and get your notifications, because really, if I do see some plays setting up over the weekend and ongoing, I will try to get them out there and say, hey, check this out. This is moving. Hop in. So join the team. Also, you can always go over to the Telegram channel. It's linked over at bitcoindailyview.com, and you can just watch the Telegram. We're always chatting about something there, some things about crypto, some things irreverent. But anyway, we usually are, and I always post things there. Sometimes I don't quite want to make a video, but I will just post, check this out, it's moving. Okay, with that said, Theta versus USDT, it's below the 200 moving average. It's starting to turn up. Really, this weekend looks like, so far, it's all about Bitcoin challenging and getting above this 200 moving average. If it can do that and find support, especially for like 12 to 24 hours, which brings us into basically next week, we're probably going to see some alts really losing their darn minds. But I think in general the market will be repressed right now with Bitcoin below the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart. As always, Bitcoin true seekers, the crypto revolution is absolutely essential. It is the first truly peaceful revolution ever. And if you want to know if it has power, if it's important, well, look, I mean, they're rolling out Ancient Evil Skeksis to really mess with it. Don't trust this person. Look at her track record. I mean, bless you, little Miss Senator, but you have already let the world know in the past what you're about. And it certainly is not about, well, any peaceful revolution. So remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit globalist banker and little Miss Warren cry.